Through this great upheaval and transition in Cuba's economy, many people are just holding on by the ropes, especially those who depend on the tourist trade. Tourists and tourist dollars are just about a thing of the past. You don't make money on empty rooms. Despite a big advertising campaign in the U.S. and Canada to attract tourists, the hotels are still suffering. The big Nacional Hotel is losing from $80,000 to $100,000 a month. The Riviera has been intervened and is being run by the government. Its American owners have left Cuba. The plush Capri Hotel has an empty lobby. The bellboys pass time talking with each other. To the visitor, Havana is a much cleaner city today than in the past. The beggars are gone. Externally, there is little indication that the country is going red. There is little animosity shown to Americans. On the pool roof of the Capri, I talked to J.J. Skip Shepard of Miami, president of the Capri Hotel. What do you see for the future in Cuba?
Well, Ralph, I've been here since 1957. The Hotel Capri was completed in November of '57. Business hasn't been very good because of the situations that have arisen, political situation, of course. But I have a lot of faith in Cuba, and I'm going to stay here and stick it out as long as I can. I think that the future is very bright for Cuba, and I love Cuba, and I'm going to do the best I can to keep the hotel going and bring some tourists over here.
Castro has ordered out of the country all Americans with criminal records, and thus many people connected with the gambling casinos have been forced out. Batista's family got profits from the slot machines. Castro confiscated all of them. The lottery tickets now sold to the populace go to benefit the land redevelopment and housing programs. Although the slot machines are gone, Castro still permits the casinos to operate. Castro says these were fixed machines under Batista. The casino at the Hotel Nacional shows few people playing the tables. The wealthy Cubans don't play anymore. Cubans who have money don't want to go around publicly exhibiting the fact they may have a surplus. Business is so bad that this casino pays no rent to the hotel unless the rooms are 45% occupied. They are not. Manager of the casino, Bill McClaney, next talks with newsman Al Dempsey.
Mr. McClaney, how's business been?
Business has been slow, but in the last 2 weeks it's definitely on the improve.
But how do you account for this increase in business?
Well, I think it was due to work by the Cuban Tourist Commission who made it attractive for tourists to come to Cuba.
Well, what do you think are the prospects for gambling interest in Havana now?
Well, it looks like the trend of Havana and Cuba in general is to be settling down.
Where are the taxes going for from the casinos now?
Gone into housing, low-priced housing for the people of Cuba.
When attempting to assess the Castro program, you have to look at the record, not the promises. Castro has promised the people they will own the land under agrarian reform. They have not been given title to it. He has promised payment for expropriated, intervened, or nationalized properties. This has not been forthcoming. He has promised free elections. They are not around the corner. He has also promised a free press. Taking Castro at his word was the editor of this newspaper, Avance. I walked past the armed guard to visit Jorge Zayas, the editor. Zayas had published editorials critical of Castro and his program. Castro then gave the employees of the paper permission to insert opposing viewpoints in the printed editions. Zayas personally asked the intervention of Castro to prevent this. Castro refused. Zayas then took asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy and left the country, fleeing to Miami. Just prior to his leaving Cuba, I obtained this last interview with the editor on Cuban soil. Of course, Mr. Zayas, the overwhelming concern of the people of the United States in Cuban affairs is the future of Cuba. The concern at the moment is whether or not Cuba may be heading toward a communist state. What do you think?
As I have said before, there is a lot of communist infiltration in the government.
And on the part of the government itself, the Leninist revolutionary theories are followed very closely. I think it's my objective in my position as a newspaperman in Cuba that the best for our country would be to celebrate an election which would completely regain for us the legal status of the republic.
There is no such thing as freedom in Cuba today. The country is run by decrees. Any person accused of counter-revolutionary activity can have his assets seized. And so the people stay and wait. They fear the worst. And Castro is training the citizens into armed groups called the civil militia. This is to fight the armed forces should they decide to overthrow Castro. Cuba, in a word, is on a tightrope. The citizen is being thrust into a communist state. Totalitarian control has extended to the point where resistance is difficult. Castro exhorts all citizens to spy on their neighbors, to tell of any so-called counter-revolutionary activities. There is need for many reforms in Cuba, and though the people now will get security, the state will have control. Ruthlessness is the rule. This, unfortunately, is the story today in Cuba. 1 hour's traveling time from Miami. It's too close for comfort.
Tonight's program has been presented by Chase Federal.